I made it home from school. As you can see, it is Chestnut's nap time, so she's kind of like nursing in between when she wakes up. Which is something I'll vlog about or have like a conversation about on another video. But I'm gonna take these out. Today, I wanted to talk about something that seems to be taboo within the mother community and seems to be unspoken about completely within the African American community. Do I look crazy? Oh well, we're just gonna do half twist, half out. Anywho, because I breastfeed, or because when you breastfeed, you burn 500 more calories. So for me, I have to eat an additional 500 calories, which I've always been slim and thin. So that's like 3,500 calories a day I'm supposed to be taking in, which is so hard for me because I'm like on the go nonstop. So like this part right here is becoming so like you can see that. And it's just like a huge insecurity of mine, but that'll be like another little sit down, deep conversation that I have. But today, it's a little bit on the, I guess more of a serious conversation. Or you can say a taboo conversation amongst mothers, or you can say something that should not be spoken about within the African American community at all. And that is postpartum. I suffer from postpartum depression and anxiety. I would say around the time Chestnut was 2.5 months. I noticed something was off. I noticed something was wrong, and I noticed that I wasn't feeling good. So let's start back to the beginning. I feel like the reason I caught it, I guess this is early on, is, I don't know. But I've always suffered from anxiety. I was diagnosed with anxiety when I was like 15, 16. And I was diagnosed with depression around that time too. But the depression, I feel like I kind of grew out of because I just thought because I was a teenager, I was just going through life, you know. But I never grew out of the anxiety. Yeah, I loved my entire pregnancy. I felt extremely beautiful. Like, I miss being pregnant. Like, you couldn't tell me jack squat when I was pregnant. Like, I had never felt more gorgeous. Like, I don't know. I loved every curve and everything about my body when I was pregnant. I loved the way I look in clothes. I loved the way I look naked. Like, oh my God, y'all. Like, y'all couldn't tell me jack diddly squat. But yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know if most women feel this way, but for me during my labor, I had a natural birth, so no epidural or anything. I knew that from jump that I didn't want to have an epidural because I just felt like I can do it. Like the women before me did it, so why not? But the whole time when I was pushing, y'all, I guess because I was in so much shock, I was just like, girl. Like, I don't know what comes after that. Kind of like, girl. I guess in the hospital when I was pushing, it was like, how do I explain this? It was like, I guess for me, it didn't hit me that I was literally giving birth to a human. And then when she finally came out, like, I was in shock, y'all. I was like, I knew I was pregnant, but it was strange because I was like, a person really just came out of me. I don't know. It just hit me weird. And then when I came home, like, you know, when you're breastfeeding a mom, like those first couple of weeks, even up to a month, is extremely hard. And you're like extremely exhausted. Like you're in pain because your nipples are sore. I know for me, I was in pain physically from my nipples being sore. I was exhausted mentally and emotionally because I was just like, they make it such a big deal, like if your baby doesn't latch on correctly, like I don't know, they put fear in me, if she, like, in the hospital, like the lactation specialist, however you say it, will come in and hang on, she's switching breasts. And that's gonna be like another story. Breastfeeding, extended breastfeeding, or breastfeeding in general. But yeah, the lactation, I don't know what you call them. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But they come into your delivery room, or not your delivery room. Whatever. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Anywho, mine came in there and she made it like this big deal. If my baby didn't latch on right, this can happen. Da, 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 da. And I guess in my mind, y'all, I just always think things happen naturally and on their own. Like, and I feel like naturally babies will kind of gravitate towards it, or naturally, like, as a mom, you will kind of like, you'll know, and you'll know how to guide your baby to like breastfeed correctly. I don't know. This is what was happening in my mind. So the reason I say emotionally it was exhausting for me, because that's all that kept playing in my mind. Like, is she latching on correctly? Like, so I wasn't really able to enjoy, which I don't think most women really enjoy, that beginning stage of breastfeeding. So I think that I know for sure. Let's say I know for sure that added to my levels of anxiety. And then I think it's like when they're 2 weeks, right? When they're 2 weeks, you go to their doctor's appointment. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Their doctor's appointment. And I actually do know what's wrong with me. I started a new medicine today for my anxiety. Anywho, so Lord, let's get your shit together. Anywho, what was I saying? Um, well, damn. Let's see. Anywho, so when we took Chestnut to her, this is her nickname, by the way. We call her Chestnut. We took her to her 2 week follow up, and my doctor wasn't available, so we had to speak with her nurse practitioner. Y'all, no bedside manner, insanely rude, just bad energy and bad vibes. And it's kind of like, if y'all know me, you know that I'm okay with whatever energy you give me. I'm okay with giving it right back to you. You heard? So like, I was like, man, hold up, like, I don't know what your problem is, but anywho, so most of the time when you bring your baby home, like, they tell you like your baby's gonna lose some of their birthing weight. So I was aware of that. But the way that this heifer made it seem, and the way she told me was, well, your baby lost her baby weight, and this is a little bit more than what they usually lose. Has your breast milk came in? Is she even latching on correctly? How often are you feeding her? And at this rate, y'all, like, I'm in my head like, this female really wants me just to slap the dog out of her. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, damn, she really trying to go in on me. And I just feel like that's not something that you do to like a new mom. You know what I mean? Like, there's already all these things that are going through my head. And then it's like, that's how you hit me? Like, that's how you want to do it? And then she was asking me, like, where does she sleep? How does she sleep? How often does she wake up? And y'all, I was just like, still stuck on the fact that you just came at me sideways and was like, being disrespectful and rude. But I was like, oh, of course she sleeps with me and my husband, right? But I know I lied to the doctor anytime they asked me that. I don't know about any other moms, but people have like this thing with like bed sharing with your babies. To each its own. For me, I was just more comfortable with my baby sleeping next to me, because we tried the bassinet as soon as we brought her home. She didn't like it, and I wasn't fixing to like, hey, come to mommy. Anywho, so I'm like naming all the places. I'm like, oh, she has a bassinet, and she has a swing, and she has, and out of all things, I forgot to mention the crib, right? So she was like, well, she needs to be sleeping in her crib if she has one on a flat surface. Da 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 da. Like just heavy and just rude. So y'all, I left that appointment in tears. I'm talking about bawling, thinking I was just this horrible mom and like my baby's suffering because I'm not doing things correctly. And I don't know, it's just hard. And it's like, you don't, you're supposed to be more gracious and a lot more sensitive, with people in general, more kind. But especially when a woman for the first time is becoming a mother and learning how to take care of a whole new person and a human being, and along in that process have to accept that the old me, I'm mourning now, and the new me, I'm trying to figure out, on top of trying to figure out this little person that I have to take care of for the rest of my life and for the rest of her life. So that was just annoying. And then I remember when my 6 weeks is up, I went straight back to school, dove right back in. And I don't know, y'all. And it's like my mom, thank God, I'm so blessed that my mom is a retired teacher, so she was able to watch my daughter. But that when as soon as I dropped her off, y'all, like I bawled the whole hour to Prairie View to school. And I couldn't understand why I was crying. All I know, y'all, is driving down that road, Highway 6, I was just thinking, oh my God, if I get in a car accident, did I pump enough milk and freeze enough milk for her to survive on? Because I was gun-ho on her not being a formula-fed baby. Just strictly breast milk. And so I was just like panicking about that. And then I was just like panicking with her being with my mom, and she doesn't do things the same way I do. And because she doesn't, that means she's doing them wrong. She's not taking care of my baby. And then I went from, she deserves a better mother than me, someone who doesn't have to go to school and go to work, and somebody who can help her maintain her birth weight and who can push her to sleep in her crib. Like, y'all, it was just a bunch. And this would hit me like all day, every day. I just felt like I was just this terrible mother, and I was working extra hard to like satisfy, I don't know I guess what people think a mother should be, or what they portray a good mom should be. And that's hard. That's just a whole nother level. Like, it's just a terrible way to think. So, I realized that I was struggling with postpartum. I don't know if you guys remember when I was on Facebook and I would go on live and have like my little rants, and I didn't know that I was struggling with postpartum. I knew that I was struggling with something, but I honestly thought it was normal because it's not really spoken about. Like, they kind of mention it to you at the doctor's office, but it's like nobody really talks about it. It's kind of like, I guess, well, in my opinion, I guess it's because motherhood is painted to be like this beautiful moment. You're a new mom, you have a new baby, like enjoy it. Like, it's supposed to be butterflies and rainbows and pot of gold at the end. And yeah, it has those moments, but god damn, let me tell you. The shit is real. Okay? It's real out here. Okay? And I was struggling with the realness. And I feel like most moms do struggle with the realness of having to learn how to take care of this new person. And like I said, like for me, I was mourning my old self. Like I felt like the old me passed, and I didn't have time to grieve and say my goodbyes or any of that. And I had to learn so fast how to accept like this new person and who she was and who, I don't know, it was just a lot. It was a lot. And like, I was saying, like, with my support system, have a great support system, especially within the African American community. Like, you don't talk about anything that pertains to mental illness, which is sad in itself, but I mean, that's just what it is. Like, you kind of just, you go through what you go through, you pray about it, and you give it to God and you move on. Like, that's how most African American communities deal with anything mental, anything, like a lot of things, it's just prayer will fix it. Um, and yeah, sure. Yeah, that too. But just, I just know that because I went through things when I was a young girl, my parents were kind of open and they were made aware of how serious mental issues are. So that was easy for me to talk to them about what I was going through, especially my mom. And then my mother-in-law helped with making my husband aware. And then, of course, he was supportive. He's just an amazing person and a human being. And then a lot of it was my Facebook moms and girls and women that I went to school with who DM'd me immediately and were like, hey, Shell, like, I think this is what you're going through and what you're struggling with. And, when you do go to your doctor, this is how you tell her how you're feeling. This is the things you ask for the medicine. This is the things you look out for. And, like, even I mean, the advice that I was getting was like, it went, I don't know, it was just greatly appreciated. The advice was like, even if you have to give the baby to your husband and just walk outside, Shell, just walk outside. And it's like something so little like that helped, because I was just barricaded in the house, like telling myself that I had to be this mom. I had to be by her 24/7. And, just that type of advice and just being able to have that bond or just exchanging conversations and feelings with those two moms was amazing to me. And I don't know. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, like, I still appreciate that. And from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the support that I have from everyone in regards to anything in my life, but especially for moms to reach out to other moms when they recognize that something's off and, there may be something serious going on, or just for moms to even be like, you're doing a great job. Like, that means a lot. It really, really does, because I know for myself, I don't feel like I give myself enough credit. Like, even to this day, I know I don't. Like, I have to, like, stop and look in the mirror and tell myself, oh my gosh, Shell, you're so beautiful. You're doing such a good job. And I'm so proud of you. Because I'm so focused on my daughter. I'm so focused on making sure she's clean and she's healthy and she's eating and her outfits are out for the week. Or, and it's kind of like I would literally walk out the house without even looking in the mirror. And it's like, we need those moments where we can just pause, take a deep breath, and just tell ourselves, like, I was given this amazing, amazing, amazing child or children for a reason. And they chose me to be their mommy for a reason. And I'm doing the best that I can. And nothing beats a failure like a try. I mean, and that's all you can do. So, with that being said, postpartum is real. It's okay. If something doesn't feel right, reach out to your doctor, or if you can't, reach out to friends, family, somebody that you trust. Reach out to me. Like, I embrace anyone who's going through a testimony or a time in their life where they need just somebody to hug them or listen to them. Like, I'm here. And sometimes that's all we need. And I just want to let you moms know that I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. You're doing such an amazing job. Your babies are healthy. They're beautiful. They're going to be such strong, smart people. And it's all because of you, Mom. Like, that nurture and that caretaker ability. Like, you're the bomb.com. And you are the reason that these beautiful little beings are running around here, tearing up your making a mess, but still coming back to mommy for hugs, love, and kisses. And you know, women, we're the closest females, women, we're the closest ever that can get to God as far as like creating. Like, we create life, we create these little people. And so it's okay. The struggle's real, life is real. Take a deep breath, pause, and or just cry. Hell, cry. Go outside and just say a whole bunch of curse words that don't even make sense together. Just do it. And it's going to be okay. And if anybody's looking at you, just be like, mom shit. You know, just mom shit. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little, what should we call this? This little girls chat? I don't know. You guys tell me. But I hope you guys just enjoyed this conversation. Yeah, so I'm happy. I'm proud. We're doing amazing things, and we're going to be okay. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.